don't know if I want to be aggressive here or what I should do. Oh, fucking stupid dive. Oh! Holy shit, dude. What do we do here? Let's back. Oh! Keeps having problems through there. This guy keeps fucking... I gotta get myself fucking bumper damage now. Gotta stay behind him. This guy keeps fucking moving under braking. It's really fucking annoying. Oh, bro! Like, I better not get a penalty for that. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Gran Turismo World Series race recap video. Today we have the second round of the 2025 Nations Cup and kind of an interesting little race around Spa here in these Red Bull competition cars. And now it's always a strange drive when we got these things out on the grid because they do not exist in real life. And so especially when we got that VR headset on, we start to wonder ourselves, do we even exist in real life? Do we exist in that moment in time? Just always a ton of existential questions that end up being asked when we drive this thing around. But yeah, cool little race here, 22 laps, and actually every single tire compound is required in this one, softs, mediums, and hards. So a little bit of strategy involved. Starting off in a P12 here with our buddy PDX Sim in front of us, and we actually have another PDX buddy in PDX Jermaine. He must be a little bit farther up the grid here, but guys, go check the PDX guys out too. Always good fun, clean racing with them. A lot of them race in VR as well. So a quick little shout out to you guys, but we're gonna jump aboard the hood cam real quick here as we got PHG Dapoy in front of us. And we kind of have a decision now to make. Are we going to be aggressive on the first lap, or are we going to try to play it safe? And we choose to be super aggressive, actually bonehead aggressive, with a crazy dive there. And I feel like it's usually not us that's doing that kind of stuff out there, but we did have some problems in qualifying with that guy. So I was just trying to get in front of him as early as possible. We're actually going to have a couple incidents with him later in the race too, but we will discuss that later when we get there. And this is going to be my karma for kind of pulling such a bonehead move. They're going to have a little bit of a slide on the exit there, allowing Alonso to easily take our P13, and already not halfway through the first lap, we have lost every single position. And we are in last place now, coming up to the start of lap number 2, picking up one in the pits. And actually looks like some traffic forming here at the start of T1. Not really sure what happened there, but a bunch of cars getting bunched up there. Now I'm pretty sure we have this weird custom slipstream on again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure we had this in this race. And so especially with these types of cars, I feel like that's just like asking for trouble, creating a lot of trouble. Now we have actually PDX Jermaine here with the 4-second penalty. Not sure what happened there, but gonna have a little bit of early braking here, and I think he's just trying to kind of get out of the way there with that 4-second penalty. I think he realizes that he's gonna kind of be holding us up throughout the rest of the lap. So luckily everybody able to avoid a pretty big accident there, and everybody able to sort themselves out, and us in a P11 now kind of making up some space out there from when we started. And so we ended up doing 3 laps on the hard tires, and actually I'm pretty sure we're the only dudes out there doing any sort of strategy like this, so a little unique and a little different out there, you know. But no, that's not why we did this. We ended up going 3, 13, and 7, I'm pretty sure, and the reason we did that is because in the first race of the night we ended in a P16, and it was really because we struggled on our tire wear and our fuel conservation. So basically, long story short, I felt like this pit strategy that we just did was definitely going to be a little slower, but at least I was going to be able to just focus on the race. I wasn't going to have to worry about my tires or my fuel, hopefully. And so it would take a couple laps for us to finally catch up to somebody again. Here we are at the end of lap 8, start of lap 9, and catching up to Depoy once again, and actually going to almost be a little bit of an incident at this turn 1 here. And when I look back at the replay, there's some interesting braking coming from this guy. Kind of looks like he completely let off the brakes and got back on him like mid-corner. So us almost ending up into the back of him could have almost been a big disaster for both of us, but luckily we were able to get the car stopped. And actually a little bit of a drag on this straight, but lucky for us, Dapoy is going to back out to avoid any further possible carnage there, but it's really not even going to matter. Like I said earlier in this race, this custom slipstream is just going to make it so easy for everybody to catch up. And we would be able to defend our position here at least, but we're going to see later in the lap. slipstream's just going to allow Ed behind us to have a great run coming up to this chicane before the end of the lap. And I just really have no interest in fighting him on that. I feel like even if I defended that corner as hard as I could, he was just going to end up catching me on the straight anyway. So, you know, I'd rather be behind him with a little bit of a slipstream, possibly save a little bit of our tires. And as I say that, I do kind of defend this turn 1. I know I'm a little bit of a hypocrite out there. But, you know, I'd rather not really fight it. And again, at the end of this same lap, the boys are going to pull the same exact move on us. And we're going to have a very similar reaction. Just zero interest in battling that one out. I'd rather be behind these guys and not have the pressure of somebody right on my butt, and have some slipstream and possibly save some tires. And actually a little bit later in the race, kind of would appear that maybe without any slip buddy in front of him, that boy's tires would start giving out on him. We could kind of start getting a little bit closer every lap, and here actually kind of almost getting a good run, but not good enough. And again, almost ending up into the back of him. Not his fault or my fault, just that slipstream is so powerful. It's really tough to gauge exactly where you need to brake when you are racing close behind someone like that. And finally, middle of lap 14, his tires are going to start giving a little bit. He's going to make the tiniest little mistake, and finally able to overtake him. But like I said earlier, it's not even going to matter, because just the next lap on the straight, he's going to be able to use that slipstream on us to just completely rocket ship past us. And again, I really do not want to be fighting it too hard. I'm pretty sure we're on 2 different pit strategies right here too. So like I said, I don't mind being behind him as long as we're not going to be slowing each other up too much. As at the end of lap 16 here, we would be entering the pits. And I was correct in assuming that we were on 2 different pit strategies here. And I'm actually just realizing now, earlier in the video, I think I said we went 3, 13, and 7. I don't know why I can never do math when we're sim racing. I promise you guys, I'm actually like pretty decent at math. Looks like we actually went 3, 13, and 6. So we're only doing 6 laps on these soft tires, which really we should have done at least 7. Could have easily done that, but I was just so scared from the last race. And so yeah, just trying something different doesn't matter. At least we won't have to worry about the tire wear. We won't have to worry about fuel. All we have to worry about is pushing as hard as we can for these last couple laps to try to pick up a couple more positions. And actually, we got a great run on Ed here, kind of a recreation of our first lap scenario. And so we have this same decision to make here. Again, I'm actually going to think better about it this time. I'm going to decide to stay behind Ed and let him keep his position, because it really didn't work out the first time, and I didn't want to try it now with like only 4 laps left. I could easily ruin both of our races. And actually, Ed's going to decide to pull off to the side. I don't know if he was going to pit this lap or what his logic was there, but I'm going to say that's good race karma there. You know, we're playing it safe, and Ed paid it back to us. Thank you, Ed. Gave us the position there, and later in this lap, we would catch up to our boy Deploy once again, and right here we're going to start having some real problems with him. Now, we had a lot of problems with him before the race started, actually. He kind of really fucked up our qualifying. He was on an out lap, and we were on a flying lap, and he just refused to get out of the way. And we ended up making contact with him. There you see him, he makes like 2 or 3 moves and then moves under braking. Again, I'm starting to get really frustrated with him, kind of end up into the back of him. That's frustrated driving for me there for sure. And so, Deploy, I apologize for bumping into you there. Definitely could have been a little safer about that. But like I said, at this point, it was just really kind of, you know, I was getting there a little bit. So, and really, I could tell he was getting a little antsy. I felt like he was just driving a little unsafe. So again, I'm making the decision to kind of back out from this move, just playing the bump draft here. Don't want to be involved in this. Ed trying to go around the outside, and Deploy is just going to spin him out. And he's just going to continue driving right into a left-hander, right into me, and I end up spinning him out a little bit too. I'm not sure what was going on there, but instantly I chalked it up to a race incident, and I thought I was going to get a 4-second penalty for that. I'm just really happy I didn't get the penalty, so I don't know what was going on with there. But yeah, I just decided to keep driving because, yeah, I just thought that was kind of ridiculous. And that whole debacle there would pretty much be the last bit of action that we would see in this one. We'd end up finishing this race by ourselves in a P8, which all things considered is not the worst race for us. Obviously, our pit strategy didn't work out as good as I thought it was going to, but still kind of allowing us to move up a good 4 or 5 spots. And I really thought we were going to gain some DR in this race. That's been kind of my main goal now throughout the rest of these races in the Cup, is just maintain our A+, keep buffing our DR, but unfortunately we did lose some DR in this race. We've been losing them over the past couple races, so hopefully the next one we have will be a little better in that regard. But I just want to say thanks to everybody that was there during the stream. Vogs, Joker, Rose, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you and everybody else that dropped by in there too. I very much appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had fun out there, and we will be back actually tonight. As I'm recording this is race day tonight. We have Autopolis, and I think we're going to be driving that Huracan out there. So yeah, hopefully I will catch you guys there. And until then, I hope you guys have some great racing. I love you all. Stay safe out there. Kiss, kiss, kiss. And until next time, I will see you later. Stoosman, out.